let's say all right, the Wyatt Six. Let's talk about how they're gonna look, right? Are they gonna go into that funhouse kind of type of thing, or are they gonna go back to the Wyatt cult swampland kind of thing?
I think they will go back to swampland just due to the fact that we know who the characters are, so they're not coming out as the characters per se. They're following the footsteps of what Bray wanted. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's going to be off of. It's solely based off of Bray.
Whatever he had written down or whatever the fuck.
So even if it is a storyline, they're going to introduce it with what Bray wanted.
Yeah.
So what other promo would these new dick jerker Fastlane fans want more than Bo coming out saying that shit?
Well, I have a theory that Bo Dallas is actually going to return as the Bo Leave character. But then you remember when Wyatt came out and he cut his promo as Rotunda, as Wyndham, and then it cut off, and then he got cut off by his own character, and then that whole thing. I think they're going to do the same thing with Bo Leave, with Bo Dallas. Because they're hinting in the little things that it's Bo. Like, they're not calling him Taylor or calling him something else.
Or Uncle Howdy.
Or even Uncle Howdy. I don't even think they mentioned that name. The only name we've seen is because it said We Believed or something like that.
Yeah, We Believed. Then it said We Believed.
We Believed, and then it flashed to Bo Leave.
Yeah.
So they're...
Or they're just probably hinting Bo Dallas, period. And that's how they know Bo Dallas.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're gonna just introduce him as a whole different thing, because when they brought in Uncle Howdy originally, they didn't say anything about Bo Dallas.
No, but we never even got that far, because I think at first, to be honest, Uncle Howdy was supposed to be a Bray clone, but the person underneath it was Bo Dallas.
Well, remember, we were even questioning whether or not it was Bo at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think Uncle Howdy as a character was ever supposed to be revealed as Bo, as much as he's just playing the character for his brother Bray to be his double.
Well, according to the documentary, Bray created that to bring back Bo.
To bring back Bo.
Yeah.
But
it's for them to do the thing as brothers.
Yeah,
like
but I think
it was a family thing. Yeah, it was like, yeah.
But I think that was just the first milestone to get him back in. Yo, be my double, and then we're gonna smooth you in.
Let me just throw this out there too, because WWE right now is getting really big on the whole family lineage thing.
Yeah,
maybe that was Bray's way to kind of put his family lineage out there, as like where wrestling doesn't only have one royal family. You know what I mean? The Rotundas, we need to put our family on the map.
Yeah. But
we're not just some fucking tag team jobbers out here. We're some,
That's true, but everybody that's doing the family and lineage, they would have to all come back as a Rotunda. It couldn't be Bo Dallas and the Fiend.
Yes lineage. And no, only because we're talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Technically, Haku isn't part of the Samoan dynasty. He's Samoan, right? Yeah.
But that's why he calls him, what does he call him again? MFA or something like that. He calls him I forgot.
I thought it was NFT, but it's like MFT or something.
MFT.
What does that even mean? Something?
Yeah, no. It's My Family Tree.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's wrestling. So, for instance, Heyman is sometimes considered part of the Samoan dynasty because he goes far back with them.
Yeah, he's part of the bloodline.
he's part of the dynasty.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, I think Rotunda could add their, like, I get you, it's family, like it's got to be blood, but they can still have their make their mark with their name, but it not all be Rotundas.
Yeah, because if you're going to say protect the family and lineage, you're thinking of Mike Rotunda.
IRS, Blackjack.
So it's like you have to. Let's say you're new,
Barry Windham.
You're a young kid that's growing up watching wrestling now. You see Cody Rhodes. You know that's the Rhodes dynasty because Dusty Rhodes.
That's what I'm saying. It only takes one.
So if you're new to it or young and you just see the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, you wouldn't know there's a lineage behind it. It's not a rotunda.
You're not thinking the rotunda.
Yeah, rotunda.
Thing.
So if they came back with like they used their rotunda name in something and then still had their persona come out, then that would be dope. Because even Cody had to change up because of Stardust's agreement with WWE in that costume. He had to become fucking Light Bright.
Right. Oh shit! You had to become a fucking Q-tip.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think they're definitely like if we're not basing it on because you can't do that with the documentary.
Yeah.
But looking at that documentary, I got the feeling that that's what Bray was trying to do, where he was like, "I'm going to bring my brother in, use my star power to launch my brother." Because I think he may have felt like my brother never got to be where he should have been.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, Bo Dallas was a great talent.
He was good.
I always was entertained by him.
My thing is, how much power is too much power for you to go up to Vince at the time and be like, "Hey, I'm bringing my brother back that you fired, and he's going to be in storyline and become an active wrestler again." Like that's not like practical because how many others could have done that?
That pitch was to Triple H. Remember the documentary?
Oh,
it was Triple H at that point was like talking about how he wanted to bring Bray back, but he was like, Bray was hard to work with, you know? It's difficult. Yeah.
He did say that in the documentary. But I don't see him being able to say, "Hey, put him back on the active roster and I'm going to build him up to my level."
I think in especially WWE, if you have an idea that they go like, "I think we can make some money with this," they'll sign whoever the fuck you need to bring on.
Yeah, but probably as a backstage person, not on stage, like active.
I think Triple H is a little more open to shit like that than Vince was.
That would be a slippery slope.
I don't think that's even like really a question. Like Triple H is definitely more open to like.
I'm not saying
look at all the bloodline shit.
I'm not saying he's more open, but these people were already in question of getting contracts way before, like bloodline started.
Listen, if Triple H is man enough to bring back Camacho, and he brought him back, and I'm thankful that he brought back Camacho.
Back Camacho, but Camacho is a fucking big deal in New Japan Wrestling.
I know.
So if he was still fucking Camacho, Camacho would not be back.
Yeah, you're right. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, look at it this way: if this was Vince, he would have brought in Camacho, but he probably would have looked at him and be like, "No, we can't bring in Camacho. He's Camacho, goddammit." What I'm saying though is, he would have probably had him go through NXT. We would already know who the fuck he is.
I get that. But
Triple H is. My point is Triple H is bringing people right to the main roster.
Triple H is still
for storylines.
Well, crazy enough, they have their eyes on New Japan. AEW has their eyes on New Japan. They talk about not giving indies love. Some went to indies. They became stars in the indies. They're bringing them back.
Listen.
So it was one of them, but that's going to be something. Let's talk business wise. That's something people would want to see. So they're going to pay money to see him now on WWE and part of Bloodline. To be honest, I don't think they. You gotta listen. You gotta watch the crowds, bro. You gotta listen to the four. You gotta see what they're saying in these forums. That's what they wanted from when he started.
I think they wanted Jacob Fatu.
They want Jacob Fatu too. They want Zilla. They want all of them. But I'm saying he was a name too that they were like, "Yo, he needs to come and be a part of the Bloodline." And people used to argue, why would he be in the Bloodline?
I heard not to cut off your point, but I heard more people going Jacob Fatu was going to be the one because that's who everybody wants to be. But the story that I heard backstage is they don't want to bring him in because they're worried he's going to outshine Solo.
Yeah,
Solo, which gives me the idea that WWE doesn't think Solo's developing as quick as he should be. So if they're that worried,
and they also said too that their contract disagreements. Which could also be a case.
With Jacob?
Yeah. which could also be
already.
a case.
Didn't he just start like 8 months ago?
And that's why it's
Simone Dynasty, baby.
Sometimes they're trying to go off of the name more than the performance, and it's not a great business move sometimes, even though they're popping right now. And I don't see even Triple H saying, okay, business move, or TKO sitting down and go, Bo Dallas is going to get us some things. But if he comes as Uncle Howdy, it's going to be something.
That's what I'm saying, though. If he comes with an entire storyline and a whole thing already prepackaged, basically, like, if you think about it, Bray Wyatt, when he died, he left Bo Dallas probably the best anything a will could ever leave. Like, he left him like, here's a fucking like lifetime of a story.
It's also coming with the best lifetime story. It's coming with a big boulder on his shoulder. Because can he fulfill it?
Can he fulfill it?
Listen, he would have had a better chance if Bray was still here to build him up, like we're talking about. Him now solo doing it.
Well, this is where he's got to, he's got to dig deep. But I'll be honest, I've been liking his promos on the Dreadmare thing. He sounds like he's got the little country twang to his voice. Yeah. And he's got that down.
But how long before the fans probably take off their Bray goggles like this Cody goggles and go, this is just...
Well, let's be real. The problem that Bray had was that he sometimes was a little too complicated. Yeah. What if Bo Dallas might be the one that is able to filter that, like, that style of promo and make it where it's digestible to everybody? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, again, the Dreadmare stuff, he's very to the point. It's not like rambling, poetic shit that used to annoy me about Bray. He's like, it's cryptic, but...
I believe, as much as I want to be for the White Six is really just at this moment with Bray being gone, it's just going to be a nostalgic group. They're there for nostalgia,
and it's on them and Bo to make it like
modern
beyond that. Yeah, to make it go beyond the next year. Yeah, and shit.
Because how long until they go? Okay, we're not going to give you Fireflies anymore. That was Bray's thing. What do you got for us?
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah. What are you making that's new?
This could be script right now.
Yeah.
Scripts.
Well, if they're going to build him a whole group and they're going to do the whole thing, they got to, I think WWE's definitely in, like, probably all the way on it. Because they love tributes, too. They know how much that draws people as well.
Joe Gacy, this is his come up, his call up. So his promos were all right. It wasn't the greatest. So Bo's going to be the master mic person because there's no one else on that group that's capable of holding that mic.
Let's be real. This is probably Eric Rowan's last chance to actually be there. Dexter Lumis might be his last chance in WWE.
It seems like everybody on that list is their last chance.
That's why it might actually turn out to be, and I'm not going to actually expect anything.
Yeah.
But it might actually turn out to be great because it's a bunch of fucking dudes that are like, yo, we got to make this shit work. And that pressure makes it happen.
You can either become a diamond or stay a coal, my boy.
Stay a coal. And I think that's why the Rotunda thing, that's why I'm going to count on Bo Dallas to actually put all he can into it, because I think it is a family trying to make put their family on the map beyond like main event. You know what I mean? So main event level.
I can't see Bo, regardless of how good he's on the mic, as the new face of the company.
I'm not saying that. I don't think that either. Don't get me wrong.
Champion.
But I don't think Bray was ever going to be the face of the company either.
No, but for what it's worth,
we're talking about being a staple.
For
of
what
the
it's
company.
worth, he was a branded face for the company for a run.
The Fiend mask was
him with the hat and the
hat,
the freaking
no because I
the Hawaiian shirts.
He didn't become main event, like super main event level where he's like outselling everybody in merch until the Fiend mask. That's what put him on that level.
No, bro, because the Lantern did numbers.
They did numbers, but the Fiend mask is what put him on like fucking super next level, like John Cena level as far as merch.
But that's just face of the company. When he was just Bray Wyatt, he was already hitting the freaking title of video games. He's already the forefront on main events posters. Like they were using that Wyatt.
Yeah, but he wasn't the face of the company. Like at that point, it was still Cena, Randy Orton. I think you could even put Brian.
But
Bryan.
you also have to realize the caliber of matches he was having. He was having them with Cena, Orton.
Yeah.
So his face was next to theirs.
He was. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. He was a top guy, definitely, absolutely. But he wasn't. Like we're talking face of the company right now. The face. Let's actually move into Cody Rhodes because we got to wrap up. He
wouldn't even get that Fiend push and creativity push if he wasn't that great. They even did. They even said in the documentary.
This is what I'm saying. Cody Rhodes right now is the face of the company. You know what I mean? And Bray Wyatt was never that. And that's what I'm saying. Like face of the company means like Roman Reigns was the face of the company at one point. And then he, just recently gave it up to Cody Rhodes. So what I'm saying is the guy who goes out and does the interviews, he does all the press, he does all that type of shit. That's the face of the company. Like they'll have like a corporate meeting and they'll bring him in to come and schmooze fucking people. Like that's what that means.
Did you hear how I worded it when I said what he was? I said ambassador. I didn't never.
Bray?
Bray.
Ambassador.
Face wise, like not speaking or anything like that.
Yes, that's
advertisement.
What I'm saying. The advertisement was the mask. That's what even in the documentary they say it. It was the Fiend mask that put him on that next level.
That put it on the next level. But his Wyatt persona would never. If it wasn't a big deal, they would have never made a Fiend persona to keep the momentum going.
It failed twice.
It didn't fail.
It did fail. That's what did you watch the documentary?
I watched the documentary. The executives got bored of it, not the fans.
No,
they said it.
That's not true. The problem was that he was all
trying to complicate it.
It was convoluted. And it lost the fans, it lost corporate, it lost everybody.
If we watch the documentary,
Bray lost his fucking mind.
I can even find the part because they said it was colluded, and the corporate was getting tired of it being colluded because they said it might confuse the fans. It was them.
It was confusing the fans. The fans were even saying we were saying it.
It didn't get confusing more than it got repetitive.
I think it was confusing in the way that like he would cut promos and we'd be like, what the like it's good, like it's theatrical, but what the fuck are you talking about?
Because even him returning, the whole world in my hands, that's Bray Wyatt. That's not Fiend. And that's what drove the crowd fucking crazy.
No, you're missing my point. I'm not saying that he didn't get reactions and he wasn't like a top guy. I'm just saying he wasn't the guy that, like the face of the. I think we might have a disagreement on what the face of the company means. Then
no, I know what a face of the company means, but a top guy face is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about face of a company. He's not dressing up and going on Good Morning America.
Right, he's not wearing a suit.
I know that. Yeah, I'm
being
not
charming
saying,
and shit.
No.
He was like, it's like The Undertaker. The Undertaker used to even do Good Morning America and shit, but he'd be
still
the Undertaker and
yeah.
scaring motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.